Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back, or welcome if you've never been here before. Hi, how are you? I feel like the algorithm does not give me new viewers, so that's unlikely, but if you've seen my face before, I appreciate you coming back. So today we're going to do a makeup declutter. It's been over 3 months since my last one, and I like to do these in a routine. I like to keep things moving, keep things that I'm using in my collection, and get rid of things that I'm not. So that's what we're doing today. Today we're doing eyeshadow palettes. I just did one on my standalone eye drawer, which is single eyeshadows, liners, mascaras, liquid shadows, stuff like that. If you haven't seen it, I'll try to remember to link it down below. And this week we're gonna do eyeshadow palettes. I like having a good variety of colors because, you know, makeup is mostly my job. But also, I don't need every single thing in the world. I like having the big variety of palettes. When my palette drawers are full, I'm like, I got so many options. But then I don't use all the options. So we're going to try to purge it down so I can actually see what I have and use what I actually use, you know. But anyways, let's get started. Alright, so drawer number one, I'm going to try to keep this camera in focus, but from the angle I'm at, it's a little odd. This is my go-to and new palette drawer, I will say, but it is very cluttered. I also have two palettes, well, three. One I might just donate before I even put it in this drawer because I'm probably not going to use it. New palettes. I have the new Jeffree one that is coming tomorrow that I gotta keep in mind, and then also I have the new ColourPop High School Musical one I haven't opened yet in my shop room. So those are gonna go in here. I didn't want to put the new palette in here and then not have room for it, so I'm just gonna put it in later because I haven't used it yet. I don't know if I like it, but the color scheme's actually really beautiful. So let's get started with this drawer. Now, this Ace Beauté Falling For You. I'm not doing it in any particular order. This palette is so lovely. I'm going to stick it to the side in the maybe pile right now because I do love the warm color scheme, but I know I have other colors. This orange and this red right here are very vibrant, so I want to make sure I don't have these other colors first. So this is a maybe. I'm going to part ways with the ColourPop in the Limelight palette. I really like the green palette concept. However, in person, these came out a lot lighter than I expected because in the website, this looked deeper and so did this one. This one actually looks perfect. I really love this pop of mauve and this kind of icy shade too, and I love the olive tones. But I'm not reaching for as much as I thought I would. I mean, I have green hair now, so it would match, but, you know, I'm just not using it. I know I have other greens too. Plus, when I use greens, I'm not that picky, and I know I have this other palette that has more beautiful greens in it, the Dirty Martini from Glamlight, which I'm keeping. I'm going to take everything out. I'm going to put a keep pile, maybe pile, get rid of pile, so we can make progress. Margarita, I'm going to keep. I haven't used it yet, to be honest. But Glamlight gifted me this collection, which was, unreal. They saw my unfiltered opinions video where I was raving about how pretty these looked, and they sent me the collection. It was super special. And Chocolate Martini, I actually just used it this week. It's really pretty. I'm going to keep all three of these. I did declutter the purple one out of this collection though, because there was a wine one. Witching Hour from ColourPop. It's almost Halloween, so I could compare this if they do a round 3 this year for the new Hocus Pocus movie, but I don't think it's necessary, so I'm going to part ways with this one. I did also have the other one too. I don't know why, because the packaging on this is very heavy, very magnetic. It feels fancier than the rest of their palettes, which makes me love it. But I'm just keeping it for these two. You know I am, because it's a little bit different. So I'm going to put that in the declutter pile. Geology Palabra palette, I'm going to declutter. I'm going to gift this because this was gifted to me. So I'm going to gift this to somebody. I'll put it in I have a donate bin in my my workroom, so I'll just use that. The Gwen Stefani new makeup palette. This one is the Danger Zone one. Simple Kind of Life was sold out. That was the one I originally wanted, the quad. I'm going to declutter. I really love it. But if I was going to use this for anything, I'd probably use the black for my eyebrows, and it has glitter in it. I used this once for a review, and then I didn't touch it again. But I wanted to support Gwen Stefani and her collab. Not that she needs the money, but I love Gwen Stefani. Okay, this... Oh, look how beautiful she is. This palette is stunning. She is the moment. It actually performed really well too. I really like this brand. The Florasis stuff is actually really good quality and it's stunning. But I feel like the inside of the packaging is beautiful, and the inside the outside doesn't really show me what I'm gonna get, so I forget what colors are in here, so I'm gonna declutter it. Okay, this one I've had for a minute. I think I got it on clearance because it was super cheap. This is called Fly Away. I don't think it's actually available anymore. It's one of those like limited edition. They have like 3 of these. I really like these green tones. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile because it's just not my favorite in the world, but I like the iviness. Next up is the Darth Vader palette from the Star Wars Disney ColourPop collab. Star Wars is not my thing, but this color scheme really is, so I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile because it's a really good palette. I use this every single day, but not for what you may think. It is my eyebrow color. I just use the matte black from this weirdo palette for my eyebrows every day. And I quite enjoy it for that purpose, so I'm gonna keep this, even though I will say I don't really use these ever. So yeah. Next up, this one I had to press. I keep this thing in here because I had to press this shade back in. It came broken, but I am going to keep this little Corda Rosa palette from Sigma because it's lovely. I just need to repress that shade. I just keep forgetting. Which, out of the 3 palettes, only that one had 1 broken shade, so I guess that's okay. Where are the other ones from that? Oh, here they are. The little minis of their regular size palettes because I love a mini palette. Big palettes are great, but I feel like I'm more likely to use something that's smaller and compact. The Sigma Ambiance. I'm gonna keep her. I will declutter Enchanted, even though this is a really pretty green shift in here. And then Warm Neutrals. I don't know, it reminds me of the fall. This one we got in a subscription box from Ace Beauté. Okay, maybe pile for this one too. Next up, the little naked, this one's the Foxy. There was 3 of these. This was my favorite one out of the 3. I just think she's dusty. But oh my god, have I used this more than I thought I would. I used it yesterday. I used this brown and a little bit of this gold on my crease and this under my lower lash line for yesterday's eyeshadow look because it was simple and easy to use. So for that reason, it's going to go in the maybe pile because I know I have these colors somewhere else. If this wasn't a small compact palette, I probably would have used it so much. But it is, so maybe pile. Ooh, Sigma Fiery. I'm actually going to keep this one. And I will declutter the Warm Neutral Mini, which I never used. I bought all 4 of them. Never used that one. But I do like this one. Super pretty. Oh, I'm never parting ways with this Flower Punk one from Kaleidos. Ooh, look at her. Also, this magnetic cover. Very clever. Very unique. Absolutely fucking stunning. So beautiful. Never getting rid of that one. Ooh, the Star Wars palettes. Okay, I am going to declutter the Darth Vader one because what I love out of the Darth Vader one is particularly this steel gray and this red one. And this steel gray is a little lighter. I just nicked that shadow with this pan. But this red is really lovely and it has a better pairing than this one. So I will get rid of this one. And I'm going to keep this one. Mary Jane. I'm going to declutter her for Melt. This was really beautiful. But the quality wasn't here compared to the other ones, you know? Okay. Gemini. Gorgeous. We love her. She is the moment. I'm keeping her for the rest of my life. And just like Rust. Rust is my favorite warm tone palette. 'Cause it's not too like in your face, just straight up reds. It has these nice burnt tones. It's so beautiful. I'm keeping these 2. For sure. Okay, some Ophir ones. I have 2 Ophir ones now, and they're both collabs. This one is the Beyond Words Mini Mix. I think this is the Leora one. And I don't... It's okay. Nothing about this is inspiring to me. Like, color scheme-wise, I don't really use purples. And the green feels out of place to me, so I am going to part ways with this one, even though I never even used it. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And when you're an affiliate, you get discounts on stuff. This one, though, I really thoroughly think this one is one of the prettiest ones they've ever come out with, these little mini mix ones. The Caribbean Glitz one is also a collab, and the collab came with a henna liquid lipstick. It is stunning. So this one out of the collab palettes from them is really beautiful, so I'm going to hold on to this for now. Next up, something from City Color. I meant to do a like early 2000s look, but I couldn't find the blonde wig I wanted to wear to like do a little like a Baby Spice situation. So this one's called the 90s Whatever Forever palette. To me online, this one looked way more vibrant. It is very vibrant in person, But a couple of these like shimmers look a little more muted down than I expected. It is really pretty, and since I haven't used it yet because I wanted to review it, I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile because I feel like it's a little too late to review right now. But it's really pretty, and it suckered me in with that. And then also the City Color Dazed one was supposed to go along with that. And I'm going to declutter this one because I want to use glitters, right? I have the intention to use glitters. But taking it off of, I feel like when people have glitter on their eyes, it looks fantastic and stunning, and they are beautiful. But when it comes to me wiping my face off with a makeup wipe at the end of the night, I know this is going to get everywhere. You know, I'm going to keep it, and we're going to do a video of me trying to like glitter eyeshadow. I feel like if I took my lashes off and I put tape on my eyelid, I could probably get it off easier. So that's my intention with that one. Beauty Killer from Jeffree Star, I'm going to immediately declutter. Quality's fine. I really like how this looks in the pan, and I really like how this looks on the eyes. But tell me that's not a random color scheme, because it is. Ooh, this one's really cute. We got this in a subscription box from Violet Boss. I think it was in a BoxyCharm. Really cute color scheme. I really enjoy it, but I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile because when we get to the second drawer, not just this drawer, I think I have these kind of tones already, but it's really pretty. And again, I love a compact palette. Sweet Tragedy from Reza Beauty. Again, I'm going to put it in the maybe pile. I love the coffin theme, and this color right here, Castle, is very stunning. But I don't know. It feels a little more random as well. I love this one. Sigma New Mod. Look at her. I think I'm going to order really soon that new Alice in Wonderland palette. Look at this one. Look at this, so pretty. I'm so keeping this one. All right, getting down to it now. I'm sorry if the lighting is bad in here. It's been raining all day. We have the Club Nebula with Angelica palette from Kaleidos, and this is gorgeous. So she's staying. This one I use twice, maybe 3 times a week, honestly. Shadow Kiss from Alter Ego. So obviously I'm keeping it. And you can also use Good Porcelain if you want to save money off this. It's a dupe for Natasha Nona Glam palette, and it's one of my go-to palettes. I'm making dents in this shade really hard. All right, next up we have 2 of these Kaleidos little mini palettes from the Smoky Nostalgia collection. I'm going to go ahead and tell you I'm keeping both of them. I use this one, I think Saturday, I used this one on my eyes. And then we have this one, which is the more gray version. So we have a nudie and a gray one, and they're both really beautiful. I don't use the gray one as much, but it is still really pretty. This little Element Beauty we got in a subscription box. It is a little shadow duo. I want to use this, and then I'm going to declutter. So I haven't used it yet. I'm going to keep it for now. And then Rock Candy, whew, from ColourPop. I'm trying to think about the fact that I have that Jeffree one on the way that has a lot of shades. But then I think about these kind of subtle shades. I don't think it has, so I'm going to keep this for now. I don't think I'm doing very well, but I'm going to try. Jeffree Star Alien I'm keeping because, well, you can't get it anymore, and some of these shimmers in here are to die for. Like this one, he needs to release this as a single if he hasn't already, because it is the best shadow that he's ever made, period. Also, this Moonrock one, really stunning as well. Packaging on this is still a mess, though. Banana Fetish from Jeffree is his newest palette, well, other than the new wedding one that I haven't gotten yet, and I do quite enjoy it, so I'm going to keep her. I will declutter the Beauty Bakery Sour Ya Doin' one we got in a BoxyCharm. Kind of has that same vibe. I'm going to declutter it. And then I'm also going to declutter this one from Wicked Widow. It's pretty, and it's Edward Scissorhands themed, and it was gifted to me. But I just don't use it. Alright, this is my other palette drawer. These are ones that have been around for a little bit longer. They're kind of classics in my opinion, or ones that I have for a certain reason, color scheme, whatever. This one seems like it's going to be harder. I'm a little intimidated to do it. Firstly, let's start off with Jawbreaker, which I'm going to keep because I don't have a lot of these colors in other palettes. It is what it is, and it's really good quality. Moonspell from Lunar Beauty. She's so beautiful, and she's limited edition. She looks like a spell book. but I'm not going to display my makeup. Like, I was dying to have my hands on this. Look how beautiful this front is. There's no other palette on the market that is this beautiful. The side looks like pages. But I don't use the palette. So I'm going to declutter her even though it hurts my fragile little heart. But I'm not going to display my eyeshadow palettes. I'm just not that person. I put my makeup away, you know? So she's stunning. She's beautiful. She is the moment, but I'm going to declutter her today. It's okay. Vintage Rose from Give Me Glow is so beautiful that she's going in the maybe pile. No, I'm going to keep her. I just can't do it. I love her so much. She's so pretty. It's really this two green shade right here. Also this really pretty rose one. But like in the grand scheme of things, I don't use these colors all the time, but the formula for the shimmers in Give Me Glow is just so good. Okay. Corda Rosa from Sigma. I'm going to declutter it because I kept the mini, and the mini is really the shades that I use out of this palette the most. But it hurts my heart because this was really pretty. But the second they come out the mini version, I'm like, mini. So, declutter. Flutterby from ColourPop. I can't bring my heart to get rid of it. These are the kind of shades in the ColourPop Rock Candy palette that made me keep the Rock Candy palette. It's like a purple grayish, gray purple. I don't wear purple eyeshadow, so this gray purple just really, it's kind of a mauve. I love it. Yes Please from ColourPop I'm going to keep in case I dye my hair orange again, and then I use these two shades for my eyebrows. As you can see, there's probably a really big dent in this one. So, keeping her. She's a classic. She's the original eyeshadow palette from ColourPop. See, I knew this drawer was going to be harder because these are the ones that like I loved and I couldn't separate my last declutter. Naked Honey. She's got to stay with... Wait. Maybe I'm going to declutter Naked Honey actually because I know I have that Banana Fetish palette and it has a lot of these similar orangey, golden, yellow tones. I'm going to declutter her, but I'll miss her. But if I'm going to use the Banana Fetish palette, I don't need this one too. I got to be smart. Beetlejuice palette. It's actually sent from a subscriber. Thank you so much. It's so pretty. Yeah, it's basically for the theme. I don't think I use the colors too much. I mean, the yellows and the greens are really pretty. But the theme is what does it for me. I should actually, if we're going to display eyeshadow palettes, it would probably be this one of my Beetlejuice bathroom if I ever put that back up. Okay, next up, Lunar Beauty's Eternal Eclipse. I believe I afterpaid this one. Really pretty colors. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile because I don't really use it very much. And the colors that I love in here, I know I have these colors somewhere else. So, maybe pile here. Deep Sea Luster from Kaleidos. Kaleidos is first ever eyeshadow palette. And I will not declutter it because you can't get it again. Something about this palette, there was a special pigments or like mineral or some shit used. Pearl, I think it was a pearl. That doesn't exist anymore. They can't mine it to get it for eyeshadow anymore, something like that. So I'm gonna, you know what, I'm really keeping it for this shade because it's so beautiful. And this has a duochrome shift. I actually am going to declutter it. I've been holding on to it because you can't get it again and it's really pretty quality. Like the shimmers are, I have no shimmers this beautiful in my collection. But I haven't used it in such a long time. There's no reason to keep it just because I can't get it again. So I will declutter her. But I'm not going to give her away for free because she was just the moment, you know? I wasn't expecting that brand to blow up so much when we first tried it. Canyon from Alter Ego. I will declutter her. I really love the warm tones in here, but I know I have rust from Melt. Okay, sorry, I had to change the camera battery. It was dying. Next up is Lunar Beauty's Life's a Drag Facelift palette. I'm going to keep it just because this Trade and Mug shade are really, really beautiful. The rest of the palette is fine, but it's not like, I don't know. It's fine. I don't need the rainbow shades, I guess. These two shades are absolutely stunning though, so I'm going to keep her. Am I going to keep her? We're putting her in the maybe pile. Again, why do I have so much Lunar Beauty in the maybe pile and then one in the declutter pile? I do love Lunar Beauty's quality. But sometimes not everything is rememberable, I guess. Next up is Alter Ego Goddess palette. My favorite Alter Ego palette, so I'm keeping her. I actually had to put her in this drawer so I would stop using it every single eye look. And then I use the Shadow Kiss from Alter Ego in every single eye look. And I would not be saying this just because I have an affiliate code. Literally just super, super good for the price. The same reason I use ColourPop foundation all the time, you guys. I like saving money for good quality. So keeping this one. Next up is Kylie Kendall palette. I don't even remember when I bought this, to be honest. But it's a really pretty color scheme. But I guess I'm gonna declutter. I do like this kind of row of shades, but I know I have those shades, so not really sure why I was holding on to that so long. Oh, look, another little ColourPop. This one's Ballad. The other one was Lyric that I really liked. And I'm going to declutter it because I know I have these shades. It's really pretty, though, and I enjoyed using it for a while. This is a custom-made palette from glamshop.pl or Glambox. They call it both things. Keeping these are really, really beautiful, and I, like, assembled the palette together myself because these shades are stunning. I guess technically I shouldn't have put this peachy shade in here, huh? Okay. Next up, Menagerie's Killer Purr. I'm gonna declutter her, I think. I wanted this for such a long time. But I'm gonna declutter it because I don't use it that much anymore. Alright, let's get to our Sister Hands palette from Sugar Pill. You can bury me with this thing, please. Thank you. Don't use it anymore, but this, I fell in love with this eyeshadow Ice Angel forever ago, and there's that. It's also from the 25th anniversary of Edward Scissorhands. I know I got rid of the Edward Scissorhands palette in this video already, but that one has memories attached to it, and it's official licensed, which I think is important. Melt Cosmetics Smoke Sessions. I'm going to keep because I really love this shade right here. Melt Vita, I'm going to keep. I really wish I could afford the Muerte, now that they're bringing the Muerte palette back for a while, because these two went together. This is so freaking beautiful, and I'm keeping it. But I want the Muerte, but it's so expensive, you know? Christmas Morning from Give Me Glow. I have to keep it. Look at that silver and this red. Have to keep that. That's Taupe from ColourPop. Oh my god, I love this palette so much. But I am going to declutter it because I'm using that Shadow Kiss one so much for the exact same vibe. And I also have that Rock Candy palette we used for ColourPop as well. So I'm going to declutter it even though it's fantastic quality. My Chemical Romance and Hip Dot palette I'm going to keep. And that's the only reason. Don't like Hip Dot at all. Hip Dot, burn. Don't care. Mini Controversy from Shane and Jeffree. I think I'm going to declutter this, actually. It's a shame. But I just don't use it, you know? Tartelette and Bloom. Oh, she's a classic. She still smells really good, too. So, I can't part ways with her. If I travel, I'm probably taking that. Taco Palette by Latin Beauty. I meant to use, we got a subscription box. I don't remember which subscription box it was. But considering I haven't used it, I'm presuming I won't use it. So I'm going to declutter that one. It's also very lightweight, which is kind of weird. Gwen Stefani and Urban Decay. I am actually, should I declutter it? Gwen Stefani has her own makeup line now. I made a hell of a dent in this skimp shade. See, I never thought I'd see the day where I would declutter this. But I'm at the point now where people don't care about makeup collection videos anymore. And I don't go in here reminiscing about palettes. So I am going to declutter her. I'm sorry, I love Gwen. And I always would. I love this because it looks like the Bathwater music video from No Doubt. But, I mean, if I'm not using it, I don't need to keep things for sentimental value except the Sugar Pill palette. That was Sister Hands palette, just, that one's different. Okay, Pat McGrath, Mothership. I wore this on New Year's, and I think that's the last time I wore it. When I got this was already used, so I wasn't the first one to try it, which doesn't bother me at all. This is so pretty, but I might have to declutter it. Because, I mean, it's this. These are the two shades I want. And I know I have this red. I just kept the Vita palette. It's heavy, good quality. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, okay. Declutter. I don't need something because it's a luxury. Ooh, Bare Necessities palette from ColourPop. And this little, look at this little sticker says please leave on it. This is a magnetic palette from Amazon, but this is the Bare Necessities palette. I depotted it from ColourPop. And then these are a contour and a highlight single from Anastasia Beverly Hills, a single shadow from ColourPop that we got in a mystery box. And this is Ice Angel from Sugar Pill as a single, my favorite shadow. However, I am going to declutter all of this. I don't need a backup single of Ice Angel because I don't use Ice Angel all the time. I've never used these little singles on this side, and then this palette as a whole, I'm getting another palette soon that's a lot of neutrals, and it was more expensive, so I will declutter this entirety thing. Ooh, this one was so good when I got this one in the mail. I was like, oh, so beautiful. Because it looked really pretty online because of this shade. And then when you see it in person, a lot of these neutrals have so many honey colors that it was so worth it. But it does have that thing I don't like, which is just a random pop of blue. Like blue, 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 for no reason. I will declutter it. But the tones of these are really beautiful honey shades. But again, I got to think about, I just paid a lot of money and after paid a lot of money for a Jeffree palette. Might as well use that one. And also in my main drawer we just went through, I had a lot of beautiful palettes. I also have this Jeffree palette. I review a lot of Jeffree palettes, you guys. I'm going to keep it because Cremated is freaking gorgeous. There's a couple of shades in here that aren't my favorite, but it is a stunning eyeshadow palette and there's no denying that. Ooh, this one's good. This one's so good. Sci-Fi Green from Kaleidos. I will be holding on to this one. Look how pretty. Okay, keeping that. And then Blue Blood. I don't really have many other blue eyeshadows, so I'll be keeping this. I know I want to keep it for that shade. I know I do. But this Cullinan also Icy White shade, stunning, flawless. I'm keeping it, even though the palette's super freaking bulky. And then Conspiracy with Shane Dawson and Jeffree. I am 100% keeping because Shane gifted it to me and I think it's super sweet and super special. And also, I quite enjoy the colors in here. They're random, kind of, but also whenever I think of a look to come up with this palette, it comes out really cute. So I like it. And also, I need to use that orange. I need to use that orange. Look how cute that orange is. Okay, so I will be keeping both of these. I'll put Conspiracy on top because I'm not going to use blue as much. I want to use this more to get more unique looks out of it. So let me collect everything and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so here are the Maybe palettes. I'm going to keep Life's a Drag Facelift. I'm going to declutter Eternal Eclipse. The shades are really stunning here, but I know I have them in other palettes. I am going to declutter this one since it was gifted. I will gift it to someone else. I will declutter Sunkissed. I will also declutter the City Color 90s palette because I kept the glitter palette from this collection and I'm going to try to make that glitter palette work for a video. So I'm going to declutter this one because I don't need the mattes for it, you know. I'm going to keep this one. It's really cute and stupidly cute. I'm going to declutter this one. I really like that bright orange, but if I wanted to use this color, I could probably find it in the Jawbreaker palette. And then I will also declutter a little mini green one from ColourPop because I kept Smoke Sessions. So I will keep these two out of the maybe pile. Here's how this drawer looks now. And the other drawer. And I got rid of a lot of palettes today. And I'm also going to reduce my spending from now on makeup, now that I am shipping my content to other things and makeup. So I still love you so much, and you, but I just don't need to hoard things. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.